Hello guys, you're welcome to MEPH, your YouTube channel where we solve our problems on math. Today we have a problem on the board on what? Geometry, okay? So we are simply going to solve this problem on coordinate geometry. Alright, so we have to understand the question and solve the question. So let's go through the question together, understand the question and solve the question. Alright, for coordinate geometry, you have to remember you have your quadrants, okay? In coordinate geometry, these are first, second, third, and fourth quadrants. Okay, the question says line, okay, this line XY is a line segment with the coordinates. Okay, so we have the X coordinate and the Y coordinate. If the midpoint of XY, line XY is -4 and -2, the X coordinate is at -8 and -12, so -8 -12 should be somewhere maybe around here. So we have something like this. Okay. Then we have the Y coordinate as P and what Q. Okay. Let's say Y coordinate is maybe somewhere around, but we have positive P, positive Q, so it should be somewhere here. So if we join this gives us what line, what? This is line X and this is Y. So Y is what at point PQ and X is at what? -8, -12. Okay, so now the question says if the midpoint of XY is at what? -4 and -2. So our midpoint of XY is actually, let's say this is the point where we have it. So somewhere here is the midpoint of these 2 points, X and what? Y. So if we have the midpoint somewhere here, which is at what? -4 and what? 2, so -4, -2. So the question now says we should find the coordinates of XY. We should find, that means the value of P and Y. So how do we solve this question? Now it's very simple. We know that by formula, the midpoint of X is equal to half. We have X1 plus what? X2. And the midpoint of Y is half multiplied by what? Y1 plus Y2. Alright, so I haven't gotten these formulas. If you can remember those formulas, okay, we can now use that to solve. So the question is, what is the midpoint here? Okay, what are the midpoints? Okay, the midpoint of X is this. This is X midpoint, and this is what? Y midpoint. So the X midpoint is what? -4. The Y midpoint is what? -2. What about our X1 and X2, Y1 and Y2? We can simply get that, okay, if we come to what? The drawing. So what should be my X1? Okay, so this is my X1 and this is my Y1. This is my what? X2 and this is my Y2. So all we are going to do is we are going to include them into this and solve for P and what? Q. Okay, let's start with for the first equation we have there. So our midpoint is what? -4. So using this, I have X midpoint as -4. So -4 is equals half. Okay, so what's X1? X1 we have as minus what? 8. So that's -8 plus what's X2? Our X2 is P. So with this, we can be able to solve for P. Alright, so let's solve for P. What do we do with this? Okay, we are going to multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So this will cancel out this. Okay, so we have 2 times -4 is -8, which is equals to, what do we have here? So we have -8 plus what? P. So from this, we can now solve for P. So what do I do to solve for P? I'm going to add 8 here. I'm also going to add 8 here. So our P in this case is going to be what? Okay, this is minus 8 plus 8, which is 0. Okay, so P, 0 plus P is P. So minus 8 plus 8 is also 0. So our value for P is what? 0. Right, so I will solve for P. We are also going to solve for Q using this other equation. So let's use this to solve for what? For Q. Now my y midpoint here is minus what? 2. So I have minus 2 is equals to half as usual. In bracket multiply y1. What's our y1? Our y1 here is minus 12. Okay. So plus, what's our y2? Our y2 is q. So we are going to solve this to get our value of q. So multiply both sides by 2. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. So 2 times minus 2 is going to give me minus 4. This can cancel this. So it's 1, 1. So we are left with this. So we have minus 12 plus what? Q. So from here, how do we get what? Q. Q is simply going to be, we are going to add what? We are going to add 12 to both sides. So I'm going to add 12 here. Alright, so the value of my Q, this is 0. Remember, so 0 plus Q is Q, which is equals to what? So we have 12 minus what? 4. So 12 minus 4. And 12 minus 4 is going to give us what? 8. Alright. So the coordinates of y, okay, the coordinates of y, which is P and Q, is what? So we have y coordinates as what? For P we have 0 that we got, and what? Our Q is what? 8. So this gives us the solution to this problem. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share this video to any person it may be of help to. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.